You're here because you want the key info, fast. No need to sift through everything yourself. Today, we're digging into something specific. That recent 5% increase in Lyft driver cancellation rates. Bit of a head scratcher.
Yeah, definitely caught people's attention.
We've got an analysis here trying to figure it out, and our job really is to pull out the most likely reasons behind it.
Exactly. And a 5% jump, well, it's not small change. It signals something's up. This analysis, it gives us a good starting point.
Okay, so first off, this is about drivers canceling, not riders.
Mm-hmm.
The data's clear on that.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a slow build. It kind of popped up quite suddenly, just in the last couple of weeks.
That suddenness is really key. It tells us to look for a recent trigger, not some long-term shift. And the analysis, it quickly ruled out a few things you might think of first.
Like what?
Well, like maybe it was just happening in one city or one part of the country. But no, it's more widespread.
Right, so not just, I don't know, Florida having a weird week or something.
Exactly. And it doesn't seem to match up with normal travel seasons either.
Okay, so not market dynamics like that. What about tech? Sometimes the app gets glitchy.
That was my first thought too. But apparently not. No big app updates that line up with this timing. Even that small test they did, changing the app icon color. Totally unrelated, it seems.
Okay, so it's not where it's happening, it's not when in terms of seasons, and it's probably not the tech.
Right. Which leads the analysis to look more closely at the drivers themselves.
And specifically, that moment after they accept a ride, but before they actually pick the person up.
Precisely. That's the window where these extra cancellations are happening. They accept, then relatively quickly, they cancel.
Okay, but why? You'd immediately think, oh, the pickup is suddenly way too far, or traffic just exploded.
Yeah, the obvious stuff.
But the analysis says that's not it. Pickup distances and times haven't really changed much.
Correct. That's maybe the most surprising finding here. It's not those immediate logistical headaches.
Wow, okay, so if it's not that, then what?
This is where it gets interesting. The analysis points pretty strongly towards external pressures.
Meaning?
Competitors.
Yeah.
Specifically, platforms like Uber may be running more aggressive marketing campaigns aimed right at drivers.
Okay, so maybe Uber or others are dangling some pretty nice incentives right now.
Seems likely.
Yeah.
Think special bonuses, maybe better guarantees for certain hours or trips. Things designed to pull drivers over to their side, even if just temporarily.
That makes sense. If a better offer pops up right after you've accepted a Lyft ride, you might just cancel and switch.
It fits the suddenness, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A big new incentive program could definitely cause a quick shift like this, especially if drivers are feeling, squeezed financially.
Right. Sensitivity to income is probably high. So what does the analysis suggest Lyft could or maybe should do?
Well, two main things come up. First, Lyft might need to look at its own driver incentives.
Yeah.
Are they competitive right now?
Yeah.
Maybe they need a boost to match or beat the competition.
Makes sense. Fight fire with fire, essentially.
Kind of. And the second thing is maybe revisiting their cancellation policies. It's always a balance, right? You need flexibility for drivers, but also reliability for riders. Maybe that balance needs a slight adjustment.
So summing it up, the most likely culprit here seems to be tougher competition for drivers, making Lyft's current offers potentially less attractive.
That's where the evidence seems to point, yeah. Increased competitive heat.
And the fixes involve potentially sweetening in the pot for drivers or tweaking the cancellation rules.
Those are the main suggestions from this analysis, yes.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? This constant push and pull between keeping drivers happy and keeping riders happy. How do platforms build loyalty, real loyalty, when switching is just a tap away, something for you to ponder next time you're waiting for your ride to show up?